to 12 days. That's how long some Pretoria residents have been without power. The supply was interrupted after a substation burned down. But it seems it's promises after promises that it was going to be restored by last night. So is the power back on? Let's find out. Nkosazana Dambuza in Pretoria East for us. Nkosazana, good morning. As you drove around this morning, were you seeing houses with their lights on? Were you seeing people making coffee with their kettle? Or are they still in the dark as we head towards Christmas?
Good morning, Gareth. So it seems that the power supply in the east of Pretoria has been restored to the areas that were without electricity for almost 2 weeks. Yesterday, the city of Tshwane said there would be a gradual restoration of electricity. And yesterday as well, I got to visit the Mooikloof substation, which was gutted by a fire 2 weeks ago. And I saw that Section A of the substation is progressing well. Actually, in fact, it's now fully functional, which means that areas like the Mooikloof Estate, Woodhill Estate, the Wilds and the Pretoria East Hospital now have electricity. Section B as well, repairs are also progressing well there. But Section C of the substation is still outstanding in terms of a power connection. So there I saw that the engineers and the technicians were still currently installing panels, which consist of lower and upper bus bars. And the city says that the work would have been completed quicker had they only had to install one of those bus bars, but they need both. So that should one fail, that the city has an alternative. But yes, the power has been restored, and I'm sure residents are quite happy because, I mean, they have been frustrated living without electricity. I mean, we spoke to some of them, obviously, over the course of the past 2 weeks, and they were saying that to do something as simple as charging your phone, they've had to go to public spaces such as libraries. It's just been very hard to get on with life, and of course businesses have been affected as well.
I would imagine as well the relief for traffic in the area as well. In Nkosazana, at the intersection you're standing at now, well known in Pretoria East. When that power goes out, the traffic at that very intersection you're standing in now could carry on for hours, and sometimes it can be carrying on for kilometers. It's a major thoroughfare where you are now, so I'm sure commuters also very happy.
Absolutely, Gareth. As you can see, traffic is flowing easily this morning. There is no congestion where I'm at. In fact, we've been driving through most parts of the east of Pretoria. There was no traffic congested that we encountered. Traffic is flowing easily, so motorists are definitely happy. But also, Gareth, I have to mention to you that the city of Tshwane at some point was quite concerned about the progress of the repairs to the cable faults because of the weather. I mean, remember, over the past 2 days, we have been experiencing a lot of rainy weather in Gauteng, so that has caused a lot of delays. The city says that whenever there is rain, they are forced to ask their technicians to withdraw temporarily, citing obviously safety concerns because they cannot compromise the lives of their workers and the equipment. So the rain has actually caused a lot of delay in terms of the progress, but it seems that they were able to fulfill that promise of restoring electricity by 10 last night. When I spoke to the City of Tshwane's spokesperson, Hilgard Matthews, yesterday, he did promise that power would be restored around 10 or 11 p.m. And it looks like the city has been able to keep to that promise.
Which is obviously very good news, but so many people complain about how long it takes to get power back up and running. And Nkosazana, last question to you. I might have missed this. Forgive me if I did. Investigations, I'm sure, into the cause of the fire. Was there a finding yet, or what have you been hearing?
So far, no word. The city of Tshwane is remaining mum in terms of the progress of the investigations. But I will tell you, Gareth, is that when I went to visit the Mooikloof substation myself, the equipment, or rather the damage that was dealt to the equipment was quite extensive. Section A, Section B and Section C of the substation had been completely damaged, and they've had to replace everything that's in there. So obviously that's quite a lot of money that the city of Tshwane has had to spend. But in terms of what the cause of the fire is, we do not know that yet.
All right, I'm sure you're going to stay on top of the story for us, giving us a sense of how Pretoria East is feeling. This morning they got power, so I'm sure they're feeling much happier, aren't they? And Nkosazana Dambuza, thanks for all the details. We'll check in with you again a little bit later this morning here on eNCA.